Chapter 3. In the earliest cities, saving an old building. Jaspal and Harpreet were playing cricket in the lane outside their home when they noticed the people who were admiring the dilapidated old building that the children called the haunted house. Look at the architecture, said one of the men. Have you seen the fine wood carving? Asked one of the women. We must write to the minister so that she makes arrangements to repair and preserve this beautiful house. Why they wondered, would anybody be interested in the old run down house? The story of Harappa. Very often, old buildings have a story to tell. Nearly 150 years ago, when railway lines were being laid down for the first time in the Punjab, engineers stumbled upon the site of Harappa in present day Pakistan. To them, it seemed like a mound that was rich source of ready-made, high-quality bricks. So they carried of thousands of bricks from the walls of the old buildings of the city to build railway lines. Many buildings were completely destroyed. Then, about 80 years ago, archaeologists found the site and realized that this was one of the oldest cities in the subcontinent, as this was the first city to be discovered. All over sites from where similar buildings and other things were found were described as Harappan. These cities developed about 4,700 years ago. Very often, old buildings are pulled down to make way for new construction. Do you think it is important to preserve old buildings? Answer: Yes, it is important to preserve old buildings because every old building has historical and cultural value. They help in the development of the culture of community. It helps in preservation of one's heritage and traditions. It helps archaeologists in understanding our past. These cities were found in the Punjab and Sindh in Pakistan and in Gujarat, Rajasthan, Haryana, and the Punjab in India. Archaeologists have found a set of unique objects in almost all these cities. Red pottery painted with designs in black stone weights, seals, special beards, copper tools, and parallel-sided long stone blades. What was special about these cities? Many of these cities were divided into two or more parts. Usually, the part to the west was smaller but higher. Archaeologists describe this as the citadel. Generally, the part to the east was larger but lower. This is called the lower town. Very often, walls of baked brick were built around each part. The bricks were so well baked that they have lasted for thousands of years. The bricks were laid in an interlocking pattern and that made the walls strong. In some cities, special buildings were constructed on the citadel. For example, in Mohenjo-daro, a very special tank, which archaeologists call the Great Bath, was built in this area. This was lined with bricks, coated with plaster, and made watertight with a layer of natural tar. There were steps leading down to it from two sides, while there were rooms on all sides. Water was probably brought in from a well and drained out after use. Perhaps important people took a dip in this tank on special occasions. Other cities, such as Kalibangan and Lothal, had fire altars where sacrifices may have been performed, and some cities like Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, and Lothal had elaborate storehouses. The Great Bath: how bricks were arranged to build walls in Harappan cities. Houses, drains, and streets. Generally, houses were either one or two stories high with rooms built around a courtyard. Most houses had a separate bathing area and some had wells to supply water. Many of these cities had covered drains. Notice how carefully these were laid out in straight lines. Although you cannot see it, each drain had a gentle slope so that water could flow through it. Very often, drains in houses were connected to those on the streets, and smaller drains led into bigger ones. As the drains were covered, inspection holes were provided at intervals. to clean them. All three houses, trains, and streets were probably planned and built at the same time. List at least two differences between the houses described here and those that you studied about in chapter 2.